Hey guys, today I have for you a solo shuffle with the Maestro. So this first game was actually a pretty bad round. The Maestro ended up going 0-6 here, so I think he just got yeah, the Evoker healer was probably a little bit too strong. This first round I played really bad because for some reason I opened Maestro's stream because I thought it would be funny, but I couldn't hear anything because he was basically yelling the whole time. So the rogue's open on me here. I hold trinket and I'm staying in bomb. I actually was fine there, so I didn't really feel the need to get out of it. I just wanted to keep up as much damage as I possibly could. So I'm going on the lock, and for me, this is a really bad position because the lock's got like all his damage up basically. The rogue's used everything, like he's used his trinket, he's used all his damage. He's probably got a second charge of Shadow Dance, but I'm in the open first of all, and I've got nothing to cleave off, so I've got no damage. I'm basically doing single target damage, and it's a really shit. Now the fact that they've swapped on me here is really good because I can finally start getting some damage out. The Evoker cauterized me, and I want to go on the Rogue here. So Rogue got Hodged with no trinket was probably a really good target there. The problem is subs quite hard to kill because they have, cheat death and they've got two charges of vanish. So when they vanish, they get 30% shield and they basically, get to live every single time. So they've got, three lives more or less. The first two vanishes. So we go on the Rogue here. Um, at this point of the game, so Maestro still has two bops. I've got my bark skin coming up in 1 second. I'm at 40% HP. We've used darkness. We don't really have anything left except for bop. So I'm right here struggling to keep my dots up. Cauterize really throws me off. I'm not playing a high energy build. I'm playing a low energy build, and just getting the energy and the globals to keep the dots up is really hard. Um, so yeah, Warlock ports. I think his ports are pretty good. There are some questionable ports throughout this round, from what I remember. I remember the Maestro screaming at him, "What are you fucking doing? Why are you porting?" So here, this is actually a really good play. So as you can see here, Maestro gets kidneyed. So the reason I went bear, just to break this down. So up here you can see my DRs. So I'm coming off stun DR in 2 seconds. I have no CDs at all. Maestro only has one bop. So straight away I'm gonna see that and I'm like, okay, I'm going bear because I don't want to get kidneyed or cheaped in cat form. Now that Maestro has been kidneyed, I want to get the fuck out of there. I want to get as far away from that lock as I possibly can. And then he just turns around and starts funneling chaos bolts into the DH. Now, coming back out, Maestro's gouged. The Rogue's going for a big play. So once you start seeing Rogue cheap shotting targets that he's not even on, you can tell they're about to go for a big play. So um, I'm just getting dumpstered here. So there's a new sub spec that basically revolves around uh what's it called? Secret technique or whatever it's called. And it does extreme damage. It does like 2k, 200k
I turned on the
almost
Maestro
immediately.
stream and I just had him fucking yelling in my ear the whole time.
Oh, sorry. That was the actual recording of the game. Um so second round coming up here. I think we should win this. And I think the fact that Maestro went 0-6, so we obviously didn't win it. So I tell them to get I, which is always important because getting that double stun at the start is really, really beneficial for us. We can usually, get a trinket or something from a double stun. Like people are really quick to pop trinkets in solo shuffle, and they should. Like there's a lot of damage coming out, but I guess from us, we're not going to be doing all that much damage straight up. So pumping the rogue as much as I can here, trying to get all of his cooldowns. We got evasion now, because of the time warp. I don't know what that's called. Temporal. I don't know. I didn't see that he had evasion up, so that was me relying too heavily on add-ons, and I fucked up there. It was really bad. I did nothing for essentially 6 seconds. It was a long time when a solo shuffle round only goes for like a minute 30. So Rogue has no CDs here left anymore. Like besides, so that's one vanish. He's got one more vanish, and then I think he's got nothing. So all we need to do is survive. What needs to happen here is the lock needs to get bopped, and Rogue cheeses with secret technique again. So the last 2 rounds, Rogue's carried pretty hard with that secret technique shit, and I hate it. Now, so we've got Feral, Rogue, Evoker. We should kind of win this every single time. I think all we need to do is sit on the lock and just like we don't even honestly have to wait for stun deals. We just have to micro stun and stop him from casting chaos bolts. That's pretty much all we have to do, and they'll lose. Locks are really, really easy to shut down, and I almost recommend not even waiting for stun DRs on locks. Just use, micro stuns to interrupt casts. Because them getting a chaos bolt off is, you know, way more beneficial for them than getting full stuns off for you is. So bop him in the opener, which is a really good bop because then Lock is free to do whatever he wants. We have no way to take it off. DH pumping big damage into me. I pop my big wall and my bark at the same time. Bit of a panic and over press there, I think. But, like it's better to press everything and panic and press everything than panic and press nothing, right? So Myso's having a big problem here. And we're just getting so much damage out onto him. So as I'm killing the Maestro, I'm swapping back to Lock because the dots are dropping off. I want to keep him all loaded up. Maestro's in a gouge. He gets full kidneyed, and this is a pretty good opportunity for us to kill. So I trinket here. Try and get as much damage as we possibly can. If he doesn't have his wings up, he's just gonna basically flop. So at this point, I want to go around. I want to keep the pressure on him. I don't want him to heal up to full. He's coming off stun DR soon. And then while I'm on him around the corner, Rogue secret technique cheeses the lock. So secret technique splits between, however many targets are next to them. So if everyone splits up and uses secret technique, then it'll just focus onto one person. It's a little bit like killing spree. Skip forward a little bit. So DH Rogue, Feral and Lock, they're pretty well together. I think it's a good combo. We just do so much damage to this guy. Like Rogues take so much damage, especially if they're taking cheat death and they're not playing, Feint. They'll just take so much damage all the time. So it's probably a little bit better to play Feint with Sub Rogue because you have 2 vanishes rather than playing with cheat death. But you can get stun locked and die immediately. So gets bopped there, takes all the bleeds off. Really good bop from the Mies. At this point, I'm just trying to keep up as much damage as I can on as many people as I can. Outside of wings, Pally has no way to keep all of them up. He just has to stand there spamming Flash of Light. And then at some point, our Lock's going to get a kick on him and, it's all over. So the Pally's reliance on that is kind of bad for the class. There was kind of shit because I stunned, but I had no dots up, so I had to waste all my time in the stun actually putting my dots up, which kind of sucked. So he juked me, and I remember at this point I had the stream open again, and he was screaming. He's like, "Oh, I fucking juke everything, and I still died." So Mice actually could have used his stone form there, and he would have probably been okay. At this point, I said Mice is so angry. It's toxic. It's just funny. Like, I actually love the Mice. Sub to the Mice for a better life. The guy's fucking, having a tough time. Help him out. I can't even go to the fucking doctors, man. All right, round 5 or 6. So we are on 2-2 at the moment. So you can see I have this I have this weird movement pattern, right? So as I go in, I'm gonna stun this guy, and then because there's a rogue, and I know that the rogue's gonna be standing close, what I do is I stun, and then I go away and I swipe. And you can see that I've hit the rogue out of stealth. So I generally tend to do that. I will generally, they'll start making moves towards people when they start seeing people attack. So I always take a step back and do a swipe. For me, it's worthwhile, and probably 30% of the time I catch a rogue out of stealth. And for me, that's a good trade-off for the 1 second of damage that I lose. And I'm still applying those dots, It's like there's a range, there's a radius on it, so I'm still getting the damage off. Popping the precog there in the bomb was like real danger. So that was Trinket Bear, get the fuck out straight away. Back on the lock, all we need to do here is stay on the lock and just stop as much damage as we possibly can. And like that's literally all we need to do, and we're gonna win. So I think if he got a bot there, he probably would have been okay. At this point, Marsh is just screaming, he's fucking raging, and he wasn't playing melee wings there. So I was playing Avenging Crusader. Final round. We want to get a win with the Mies. We're open. So when the guy cauterizes, it just sets us back so much. Like, look at this. I had no dots up and I was at 20 energy, and it just takes so long to regen the energy. I believe we get energy regen from like dot ticks as well. And we don't play high haste build, so yeah. So what happened there? So I had my wall up, and what happened was I thought I still had wall, and I obviously didn't. So I didn't bark skin, and I died. So that was my fault. I fucked up there, which yeah. I think the big thing is I probably should have a weak aura with my walls, so that if I need to use both of them, that I don't overlap, and that I don't not have them chained if I need them. So that was a mistake by me, and that cost us the round. So I hope you enjoyed this solo shuffle. That was 2600 CR, and I'll be posting more soon. Cheers.